Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing some Satisfactory today. Last time, we built things that went boom. Now it's time to be a bit more productive. As we show, from what I believe is the highest point of the factory right now. Actually, no, that floor there is. Let's go there. There you go. Highest point of the factory. What a wonderful view. Look at this place. Bouncy gingerbread truck. Very important. Giant road. Ferrying from all the way back there down to here. Train roads. With trains going around. Mountains. The old road that I've never demolished. Maybe at some point I'll get around to it. But what I'm mostly looking at right now, right above me, it's those researches. We've done no progress whatsoever on these researches for the last couple of streams. We'll probably get working on that. So, heavy frames. In computers. Those are going to be two pretty big factors here. And we look down below. We need both of those for adaptive control units. Which, guess what? They're the final part for phase 3. We have still quite a few steps to go before finishing phase 3. But I think we've built up and are now at a point where I can really get going on a fair few things. So let's start figuring some stuff out. First things first, for this research we got going right now, I mean, concrete and rubber aren't that hard to come around. There's a stack of rubber. There's a stack of concrete. Forgot I had it in my dimensional depots. I should not be holding a gun. I should be holding a cup of coffee. I don't have equipped somehow. 6 slots for my hand now, and I didn't even have my coffee. That sounds like blasphemy. Okay. Well, these are done. Now I need heavy frames, and I need computers. I am heavily suspecting that the computers are going to require some stuff that's made out of copper. I'd be stunned if it didn't. For the computers, I need circuit boards. Circuit boards, cable, and plastic. So the place to build that is going to be basically right there. if I make my way up here. Plastic. Is that one there? That's plastic. Cable is basically right below us. It's down there. Okay. Should be right there. Ah, I see it now. I was wondering where it was gone. It's right on the other side of that conveyor there. So I think what's going to have to happen is first I'm going to have to itch my nose again. Oh my god, okay. I can breathe. Finally. So. Second factor, what is that conveyor doing there? That should be gone. Okay. This here Don't get yourself off the conveyor. I need to see it. Just see where I'm going. Be about there. Or thereabouts. Or I moved the dimensional depots. 6 splitters in front of the containers. Which feels like it would be a bit less of a waste, actually. I don't think that's what I should be doing. We're probably gonna have to stagger them a bit. right there. That's cables and sheets. Not cables, wires, sheets. There we go. And now, by doing it that way, means that now, if I want to split off, let's say, wires, I can. If I want to split off copper sheets, I also can. Cables, I also can. Because now I have room to work with. If I stop yeeting myself in the hypertube by mistake, that would be even better. All right. Circuit boards. I need some assembler setups for circuit boards. Now what I'm wondering is where... Just for the copper sheets, well, they're right here. Well, that's not particularly complex. I just have to, you know, pull them from here and, you know, grab them and build. I am legitimately starting to wonder. Okay, circuit boards. I need plastic for that. So I'm gonna need some from up there. I am probably gonna have to split it quite a lot. I'm also wondering, yeah, if I do it here, like how... What's my output, mostly? 7.5 per minute. I need 2 and 4, so it's not that many. Make 7.5 per minute, that means... 15, 15 and 30, respectively, per machine. So I mean, pulling off 15 from this is easy. Well, it's only a Mark 1 belt coming up in here. Am I not producing more than a Mark 1 belt? That feels wrong. It's 10 per minute. Literally just 10 per minute. Wait, hold on. That is more. I was only pulling half of my production. It's still just 60. It's not a ton. I was thinking I was making a whole lot more than that. Okay. Circuit board. Circuit board. So if I do that, that's 15 per minute. Total. I think I need more than that. I could go 4 machines here. Yeah. There you go. Step back down here. Circuit boards. We're gonna figure out our inputs, our outputs. I mean, inputs should not be very hard. Lower floor is just gonna be copper sheet. How many of those do I need? 15, so only 60. It's a Mark 1 belt. That's basically nothing. There we go. Need more plastic. So the plastic is going to be Mark 2 here. Actually, I'm wondering if I shouldn't. Guess I could bring it just about the right height. That looks about right. There we go. All that remains really is well, electricity. Plug the layers to one another. Then it's really just a matter of there we go. There we go. So. That's still walkable if I do that. A little bumpy. Not really. Oh, it is in the way. Actually, well, that's not what is in the way. I'm actually okay with this. Go. Circuits. Done. Eventually these will drain out, but for now... I don't have a whole lot of buffer here. So I think it's fine. 7.5, 15, 30. 30? Yeah, 7.5 times 2 is 15. So 30. I got 4 machines. Okay, I think 30 is a decent number. If I need to, I'll just double floor it. Now, computers are another... I say another business entirely. Not really. They require bigger machines, but all the resources are still already here. I need plastic, which is already on this belt. I need cable, which is right there. And I need the circuit boards, which I'm making now. I don't expect that to be particularly tough. Well, let's make some computers. I need manufacturer setups. And And because of how manufacturer setups work, just the size of them, one manufacturer takes the width of 2 of these machines. But it should, in theory, stack up here. It's still only 4 wide. But line it up right over here. I think even the stairwells are going to line up. Manufacturer. Stairs. That looks lined up to me. Not completely. The stairwell lines up. Walkways line up. Just need a bit more foundation here. There we go. That is now computers. 4-board 8 cable, 16 plastic, 40 per minute. That means I'm pulling 80. That is basically guaranteed to be the top line here. Go blueprints, manufacturer layer roofed. Boom. Finally, ground level. There you go. If I can get these lines going. Oh, that should be the electricity sorted out. Okay. This is not terrible. If I could have the output come down to here, that'd be pretty great. So... There we go. But also... Oh, hold on. Yeah. But also this has to go up there. Interesting. Have to draw you out a bit. Right there. There we go. Circuit boards. Flowing in quite quickly. That's good. That's one component. Second component is cables. Nope, not the hypertube. There we go. Ah, I see the problem there. Throw that one in default mode. There you go. So now the final piece of the puzzle, really just the plastic. I am going to be able to attach to there. There we go. And there's the plastic blowing in at quite a good pace. Right up there on that top belt. There you go. Look at that. We've got ads. And I'm out of water. I've been very thirsty this morning, it seems. So I'm gonna go refill. I'll be right back. And we're back. Ads are done. And my drink has been refilled. My face hasn't been reloaded, though. There we go. There's my face. So, we officially have computers. Look at that. Got computers going into the storage. Definitely not ideal to alternate components like that in a single storage, but I'll run with that for now, just to have them at my disposition. Okay, what about now? Well, I have computers getting made. That's one of the big steps of my current research. My blueprints, the blueprint maker, the bigger blueprint maker. So yeah, I got 76 in there. So we'll just let that work for a bit. And while that works for a bit, I'm going to be looking into building the heavy frames, which I am also going to need sooner than later. This whole thing here, this thing here is destined to be upgraded, I'm guessing, by a bigger version. Either bigger or higher or something. I'll throw the circuit board. You know what? I'll just empty my pockets in there. That's fine. All of that just goes right in the ticket machines. It's actually to the point where I should... Ooh, there's tapes. Sanctum and Sanctum 2. Oh, I'm familiar with those. I should play Sanctum again. Those are fun games. Sanctum was basically Orcs Must Die before Orcs Must Die. That was a really fun game. Yeah, I should play those. Anyways, I don't care about the goat music though. Statues. Lizard doggos and silver hogs and things. Those are a golden nut. That seems to be the ultimate prize here, is a golden nut. Buy that, and I'll buy, what else? Billboards and light controls. I'll just queue everything up, really. Or thereabouts. Those finishes, actually, could be very pretty. Give me a couple more options here. Pillars and frames and fences. All of that malarkey. Ammunition and nobelisks. I probably could have bought nobelisks way before. I didn't really need to. I can buy some research related stuff here. That's another option. Okay. Finally, those DNA capsules could also generate DNA, the coupons at quite the pace. Got a lot of hatcher remains I could turn into protein here. let's do that. Throw these into Hatcher proteins. Might as well. And I'm gonna link up that there. Those DNA capsules, for now, are gonna get turned into fixed points, coupons. Let's say I wanted 2 of those. Like the modular frames thing. It's 12 coupons. There's a lot of things here that I don't really need right now. So, you know, the billboard sets, you know, like all of these, really. I'll keep the boombox and the modular frames. That I can afford already. So, let's just grab those.
When humanity started to research cloning, it was thought to be humane to play music for gestating clones to distract them from any potential identity crises. It was also an attempt to make them smarter and more creative, which did not work. This cloning program was cancelled after too many of its scientists disappeared.
That sounds ominous. But also, we got new tapes. Let's do Sanctum 2. Oh, this is jamming. Oh, I'm up for that. Okay. Heavy frames in there. 91 computers. We're getting there. Another stack of circuits here. Throw another stack of circuits in the bin, just so the computers can keep stacking. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more new designs here until we replace this thing. So these 2 lookout towers I'm going to get rid of. I don't know how big the new blueprint maker is. I'm hoping not too much bigger, because I still hope I could fit it here. If not, I'm just going to build out the floor that way. Kind of make it up here. Nope. $97. We're getting there. Cheers. I'm just gonna wait for these 2 computers to get made. Three. I need 3. They're really not being produced at the same pace. Bam! 100 computers. Oh. And for the first time in like 10 hours of Satisfactory, I get to hit the button.
Milestone
We've
reached.
researched the
Blueprint
thing.
Mark II improves upon the Mark I in every dimension, except for the metaphysical ones. This improvement was made available due to complaints from pioneers about other pioneers not being capable of managing their space efficiently. We listen to pioneers, always.
Okay. So that's 32 meters by 32 by 32. Which, if we look properly using these lines, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles by 4 tiles. If it's 32 a side, before, that means each tile is 8 meters. If each tile is 8 meters, that means that is 5 tiles. It's 5 per 5 per 5 high. Which is actually not bad at all. I would actually line it up with this corner here and just leave it there. Actually, right in the middle of this foundation. There we go. Blueprint Designer Mark 1, gone. Blueprint Designer Mark 2, hello there. Ah, I need more computers. Okay. But other than that, we're good. Like, we have the space. We can pull this. Pipeline pump and pass signals. These are not major things. How do we automate heavy modular frames? These are, yeah, that's a 4-component build. That's the most complex we have right now. Steel pipe and encased beams, plus modular frames, plus screws. Okay, so let's figure this out. Modular frames we're making down here. Actually, no, we're making them there. That's where the frames are. Meanwhile, these are iron plates. But look what we're bringing down here. These are screws. So let's say I improve that belt. Kind of split it off here. That means I could have frames and screws very close together. Now the question is, where am I going to be building them though? Because I also need beams and encased pipes and encased beams, I should say. Which will be on this train here. There's the encased beams. The pipes are the first one. Yeah, so it's these two, which are already pretty close to one another. Pull from up there. Probably have to pull from that split. Okay. It's, I mean, not that bad. Just have to figure out a way to get it down there. I think if I expand that floor here, that's kind of going to be the way to go. Is we expand the floor from here-ish. Zoop the floor all the way there. I'll remove the bits that are clashing with the hypertube. Actually, that hypertube needs to be rethunk. Because it is taking the most convoluted way ever imagined to get to its destination. And now it's very much in the way. So I am gonna destroy that bit. And that bit. Yeah, because that thing, all it does is it goes up and over. If I could connect it there instead, it would already kind of help. That's about as close to the edge as I dare. There we go. Just shorten the whole thing by a decent amount. Only it doesn't do that huge detour below here where it kept getting in the way. Now those heavy frames are manufacturer built. And these resources are going to be coming up from there and from that way. So I should probably be bringing them in from this side and have them go that way. Which means I'm going to have to kind of invert my setup. In that the start of the line is kind of here. And there's a hypertube here, so the start of the line kind of has to be on this tile. I decide to go unroofed. Like that. Heavy frames. 2 per minute. 2 per minute really isn't a lot. And it needs a lot of resources. 240 per minute. For 2 heavy frames. That is an awful lot of screws. But it is also I also happen to have a huge amount of screws produced that are currently not getting used. I'm gonna have to figure out which. I hope I'm not using all of them already. Oh crap, I think I might be using all of them. A lot of that is kind of stalling though, so I might be able to kind of figure out a way to grab some overflow here. It's either that or I just make more. Which I'm not entirely against. Because the way you make screws is just by cutting down rods. And that, I am pretty sure. Do I also not have a line of rods that I'm not using? I'm using all of them? Okay. Okay. So screws. It seemed like my management of my screws inventory is not enough. It also seems like maybe we should switch tapes. How many tracks is there on there? 5. Not a whole lot. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah. What do I have that currently uses screws? Reinforced plates, rotors. Reinforced plates and rotors. That's it. That can't just be that. That is so many screws just for that. Like, how much am I actually pulling? I'm probably pulling a lot more than I need for these productions. So... All right. I should be sending down a ton of screws to here. Goes down to there. Make plates. And then the plates get built, sent back up. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Then again, I have rotors. Yeah, I have all of these in quite a good amount of buffer to feed these dimensional depots. Ugh. I'm not sure why these stators are coming to here, but I'm clearly emptying the containers first. Eventually, I'll have a bit more room to work with here. There we go. Separate storages now. Ugh. That yawning was very unpleasant. Okay. Where am I gonna build this? I mean, it's gotta, yeah, it has to be on the floor of just built up here. It's gonna be here. So, I just don't know how many machines I'm gonna have making that. Plus, that hypertube is probably gonna have to move. There we go. That gets it out the way. There we go. So, the pipes in the encased beams are right here. That's not far off. That is... shouldn't be too hard to connect, I think. But do... Ah. Yes, I have inverted the conveyors. It has to go that way, not here. Unless I rebuild it, that whole shebang and kind of turn it around. It starts here. Okay. See what we can do about that. If my jetpack decides to cooperate. There we go. that is going there. That's going there. So that should be 2 of my 4 conveyors sorted out, except I mixed it up a bit. So that's my 2 middle floors, 2 middle conveyors, I should say, sorted out. The modular frames are going to be coming from way below. So those should be my ground floor, my ground conveyor, ground, quote unquote. Because the screws are going to be up there too, so those should be at the top. There we go. There we go. And now, screws. Which are kind of the biggest issue at hand here, isn't it? I'm actually going to have to figure out my usage here. Because I'm overkilling, clearly, into how much I'm sending to each place. That's 2 full lines of screws. These are 40 per minute. 4 machines per line. So 160. Three. Yeah, 160 per. That's why these are Mark IIIs. Okay. How much do I need below? So that's 160. $380. And that's another 160. $320, actually. And another 320. And another 160 here. Actually, it's another 320. That's a merger. And another 160 coming here. I'm producing 320 times 3. That's damn near 1,000 screws per minute. There's no way I'm using all of that. $960 per minute is what I'm producing right now in terms of screws. Let's see how much I'm actually using. First, down here, these machines. 60 per. I have 4 of these. That's 240. Okay. So, minus 240. I have 720 left. Okay. What else? It's going to be up here. $90 per minute on rotors. And I have 3. So that's $270 just for that line of assemblers. That's a full Mark III belt right there. Good morning, Chow. How you doing today? Cheers. I did think of getting enough water, at least for now. So, and right now I am reviewing the fact that my truck is just hovering in the air instead of bouncing, because we're just out of physics range, but still could see it. Sure. But also, you got up super early for you because you wanted to meal prep. Oh, sweet. Yep, I did just hydrate. Posture check is kind of necessary, though. I have been shrimping. I'll grant you that one. Whoa. Even more hydrate. There we go. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I've been stretching my back like that. Just both arms behind me. Oh, probably. Okay. So, yeah, what I have been reviewing, apart from my truck not really bouncing. Thank you for hanging. Look, hey. That was great. Honestly. No, you actually, you were very good at explaining exactly what you were doing and why. Ciao. And that is, when you're streaming that kind of game, this is exactly what you need to do. And I think I am probably the best placed to give you reference about that, since we tend to play very similar games compared to a lot of the streamers that we hang out with. And I honestly think that, yeah, you did very well. You got I get the anxiety. It's always a matter of, developing confidence on the microphone. But that's just practice, really. The idea and the principle behind how you explain what you do, that's already there. You've already got that. And that's honestly the hardest part. So I think you're fine. I think you'll be just fine. Okay. 90 per minute. I need to start. It's true you do. Especially since Braincell was saying she didn't know what was happening. Big difference between Civ 6 and Civ 7. Yes. Exactly. That's exactly right. All right. I need to start taking notes here. And I just realized I have no goddamn clue where my notebook is. So you know what? I'm going to be right back. First, my water is a bit low, and you're probably going to ask me to hydrate again. And I'm going to grab a notebook. So I'll be back in a second. We're back. We are back. I found my notebook. I found a notebook. One of many notebooks. Although this one has to be the most hilarious that I own. Just due to its origin. It's a fancy schmancy notebook. Look at that. But it's hilarious because of this. Oh, crap. There you go. Now you can see it. You just see the brand that was on the front of it. Yeah, that notebook dates from when I was working at that place. It is, Chow, it is related to literally the sound that my channel makes when somebody follows. You got a few of those too. Yep, exactly. All right, so what I was about to say, because right now I'm actually at a point where I am trying to figure out these screws here, like how many am I producing and how many am I using, because I need a whole lot more for to complete phase 3. The phase 3 thingy that I have to make, the third item, I need a whole lot of screws for that. So I need to figure out exactly how much I have and if I have to make more. So I have determined that above me on the main screw assembly factory, I am making 960 per minute. 960 screws per minute. Also, this pen doesn't work. I would prefer one that does. Okay, I guess that one doesn't either. Do I have a pen that works? That'd be great. There we go. Okay, 960. Now, this machine here uses 90. And I have 3 of those. So that's 270. So I have 270 used here. Then I have more of it used below. Here. 60 times 4, that's another 240. Is there anywhere else that I'm using screws? Not that I'm seeing here. Where would I be using them? I mean, the only machines where I'm going to be using them are going to be assemblers or manufacturers. So it's all about checking out the bigger machines. Over here, maybe? These don't use any. What about the manufacturers? Nope, I'm not seeing screws getting inputted in anywhere in that block. So right now, to the best of my knowledge, I'm producing 960 and I'm using 270 plus 240, which is 510. $510 to 960. So I have another like 450 screws per minute of production that I could throw at something. And now I actually have to rebalance what I send down there and how I split it up, or if I just use the overflow. Because if I step in here, yeah, these are my screw constructors. So 1, 2, 3, 4 machines. That's 8 machines per block. That's 40 times 8. 320 per block. I have 1, 2, 3 blocks. Hence the 960. Well, all of these now, that means 6 output lines. What am I doing with these 6 output lines exactly? That one goes to here, gets merged with that one. Wait, hold on. Yeah. There. And there. So that's a full block output. That line should run 320. But it doesn't. Because it's a Mark III. So it can only run 270. So let's just upgrade that to the max. So that is now 320. And it goes down below. Okay. Next. Same drill. Full output of a block. That's another 320 right here. Going down below. And finally, another 320 here, because that line and that line are getting merged into this one. And also getting sent down below. And I have, from my calculation, 450 of overflow. Now the question is, how much can I make with 450 here? Not even enough for 2 machines. That 450 is not a whole lot. I need 480 for these 2 machines. So even if I'm able to grab all of the overflow of all of my lines, which is not going to happen, I need more. Okay. Oh, this is turning out to be a challenge in itself. Alright. Alright, this should be fun. What to check a little something here. Organization? No. No. Didn't I have a thing like smart splitters or something? I remember seeing that somewhere. Or is it in here? It might be in here. Might be one of those. Caterium research. Okay. It's Caterium. Yeah, you're right, Just Chris. Also, good morning. Hi. Smart splitter and programmable splitters. I don't make AI limiters, though. At least not yet. I still have to manufacture those. That high speed could... Okay. There's a few things I could research already that I probably should. Yeah, Smart 1 is easier. AI limiters. I mean, I could just buy some AI limiters straight up using tickets. Reinforced plates. I've got those in Dimensional Depot, so that's not a problem. Yeah, instead of 100 for 3 tickets? Screw it, I'm buying that. Okay.
Shopping is an essential human experience, enriching both the economy and human lives since the invention of society. Congratulations, you live in a society.
So, let's grab a stack of reinforced plates. Bam. Also, Just Chris, good morning. Welcome. I hope you're having a good day.
Smart splitter unlocked. The
Quick
smart
wire and
splitter
plastic.
offers
I could
advanced
get that
settings
too.
That can improve conveyor belt logistics.
And even the power switch.
Power switch
I
unlocked.
should probably
Fixit is proud to
be using a
announce
lot
that
more
the
power
switch
switches. Actually,
facilitates
now that I
power
have
grid
power
management
switches,
and
I
the
should start
application of the
thinking
very
about...
latest advances in on-off switch technology. Fixit. It's fun to have power.
It is fun to have power. I have planned my power grids to be kind of separable. Like, in a way that I could shut down certain parts of the factory that I don't want to run at some point if I'm overloading. But the way I do it right now is just by cutting wires. I should probably replace those spots with power switches instead. Never used it till tier 5. I mean, yeah, I'm on phase 3, but I'm in tier 6 of research now. So it's basically the same. Like, for instance, I have this giant Fixmas factory that we made for the Fixmas event, the Christmas event. It's still there. I don't want to dismantle it because I think it looks cool. There's even a giant Fixmas tree right over there with a bouncy truck. But, you know, I don't want it to be drawing power. So right now it's shut down. And it all of it basically runs. All of it basically starts up if I connect this pylon to that power pole. It's just a wire that goes from here to there. So I could probably just power switch that. Maybe add another... Actually, I would probably power switch that power pole here. Or is it? Ah. Okay. So, yeah. Simple. Just... poof. And then line from here to here. Line from here to there. Power switch currently off. I want to turn it on. Bam. Everything starts. And now the whole Christmas factory is running. If not, shut it down. I like this. Okay. There are going to be a few other things I'm going to be doing. Probably going to have a few over here. I'm definitely going to have one over here. Although that road, I am wondering. There is a wire. Yeah, I remember now. So this whole road over here that goes to my steel base, all the way at the end of that train line, it has a wire running along right underneath me, under the floor. You can actually kind of see it poking through here to power up this light. So I will probably put a switch. I would probably put a switch right here. Actually. Kind of the same deal, just stick that there. What is that connected to? I know for a fact this should be connected to that. That one, where's it coming from? It's coming from there. That is not where I want this to be coming from. It should be connected to one of the big power towers. Starting to think I should build one of those here. Yeah, because there's one there. And that one, you can see the wire kind of running through here to that one. Okay, so that's the one. This is where here. Yeah. There you go, just connect it to that. And that bit connects to there. So if I've done this right, this wire is not needed anymore. And this goes on. And just from the numbers I'm seeing right now, that's exactly how it should be. So that is fuel plant switch. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted it on. There we go. So if I do need to shut down the whole steel factory at the other end of this road now, just clonk that switch off. Done. All right. We're getting somewhere now. The way I'm running screws through here is a friggin' mess. All of it is a complete and absolute mess. Also, what is this? Oh, that's my power shard maker. Okay. Alright. So I could, theoretically, like try to grab overflow from, say, here. Oh, what just happened there? Why did I spin so much? So if I try to grab that. Center output is any. And then I'd have, let's say, the left output on overflow. So it's going to prioritize this. Just kind of the main, well, not the main, but the more basic components kind of factory. Because I need those to make the more complex stuff anyway. And then the overflow goes to here. Good. Next. So that's this line and that line over there taken care of because it merges in here, goes in there. Okay. I need to do that with two more lines, including that one that's kind of hidden under here. So I'm probably going to have to redo the way I merged these two lines. Yeah, because right now it merges in here. and then just goes there. I'm probably gonna have to move the merger to about here-ish, so that I have enough room to stick a splitter in there. And ideally what I'd like to do is get basically all of the overflow of all 6 lines to go into one big, like, Mark IV conveyor. Which should be enough. 480. Yeah? From our math, our overflow should be 450. So, that conveyor can handle it. I'm still going to need more. But it's going to be enough to get us started at least. One machine is not going to be... One of the manufacturers is not going to be running at full capacity. It's going to be close enough that I can kind of hope to work with it. I'll do that. That is going to be overflow on the right side. Because I'm guessing that line over there is going to be coming over here. And I'm going to be merging it in there. Now this thing. This absolute mess. That one can go there. That goes there. Okay. Well, now that that has been moved, I can now do smart splitter here. That's my third one. With overflow the right. All right. So. That looks about right. Okay. So that up there is my fully merged overflow screws. Now the other question is, where exactly do these need to go? There. Need to go in that splitter right here. That's the arrival point. I'd usually run it along the ceiling here, but I mean, there's ways. If I send it kind of that way, it's gonna be an absolute spaghetti mess of epic proportions, but I throw that to, let's say, right here above the walkway. Ah, that stairwell's a problem. I'm going to send it over to here instead. How high did I make that? 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks about right. There we go. That is now going down to here. Getting split. And now these manufacturers are actually running. It'll take them a while. It'll take them a while to fill up, but once they get going, which is now, yeah, they're back up to full. So, maybe not that one. Close enough. I do have a decent amount of overflow buffer before. Yeah, you can see this thing isn't completely full. Actually, that Mark IV is completely full. It just gets split in half here. But I now have heavy frames. Finally getting made. And with the amount of screws that I have, I am not entirely sure if I should aim for higher production than that or not. But if I do need to aim for higher production than that, let's say have a third manufacturer making these, go for 6 or even 8, then I'm going to need a lot more screws. You know what? Let's try the other tape that we bought. LaMichael. Okay. But now these, I have these now. I can make stuff with that. And I can research stuff with that. Speaking of which, for now, it's gonna change, but for now, just straight up Dimensional Depot, just throw that in there. Just so I could use them for either research or construction purposes. I had found a few from like depots and things that I have found around, like containers and stuff. But for now, we've got heavy frames. That should be, I believe that should be all of the components that I need for the final thing we need to be making for Phase 3. If I'm not wrong. No, it's the space elevator that I need to check. Adaptive control units. No. I need, yeah, circuit boards, heavy frames, computers. I also need automated wiring, which I don't have. But I can make those fairly easily, actually. It's a stator and 20 cables. Those two factories aren't even that far from one another. I can make that. I can make that right now. The stators are getting made down here. Even more down here. It's that one. It's that line. It's that factory. Right here. So the stators, I could grab from here. How many of those am I making? 5 a minute. And I have considerable buffer. 5 a minute per machine. So that's 15. For stators, that's actually quite a lot. Those stators are used to go and make engines, though. Yeah. Why am I making Go People? Satyrs? No, I said stators, not... Alright, ciao. How do you pronounce that word then? Stator. That's how my brain sees it, at least. Your ears are broke. It's fine. All right, cool. But yeah, so these, you pronounce it blur, orange blur. Yeah, that's fine. That works. So I need these, and then I need cables, which are right here. So it's basically STATOR. I could split off of that line here for the cables. Yeah, I could split off of that line here for the cables. Or grab from that splitter directly. That could also work. And then the stators are down there. So I mean, looks like we're building right up here, actually. That's only... Oh, that's... That area is not wide enough. Unless I do only a half? Unless I do only a half setup. Mirth says you have to eat, but you drank too much coffee. But Mirth is right, though. You have to eat. Actually, it'll help a lot with your acid reflux stomach. Get some food in you. Give your stomach something else than itself to digest. Tends to help. Okay. So if I... Hold on. What's that named? Automated wiring. It's an assembler. I did not line this up at all. Because the big problem here is all of my blueprints are 4 tiles wide. I've only got 2.5 in this gap here. Which means I'm going to have to build above. So stators and cables are going to have to get shipped up a floor. And then I'm going to have to expand from here. From that floor. Yeah, that is exactly 4 tiles wide. So I have just enough room to build up here. Which then means that the adaptive control units are probably going to have to get built even higher. All right. And now I know that this little thing is also a valid entry point for my power grid. I'm gonna be able to either grab from that or from the lower floor here. Okay. No, not automated gate. Automated wiring. Assembler. 2.5 per minute. And I need 5 per minute to have one manufacturer making adaptive control units. So I need at least 2 assemblers here. Probably 4. Let's not kid ourselves here. Assemblers are quite big, though. That would be one. Two. 3. 4. And that perfectly lines up. Wow, I could not have done that better. No. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, that's where my assemblers are. That's the blueprint. Goes all the way to here, so it perfectly lines up with the start of the floor of the train station here. And there's a big manufacturer here. Yes. No, not foundation. That's my modular engine stuff. Okay. All right. I can work with that. So this here. And now we have... I would probably have to invert one of these. Either the lower floor or the upper floor. I think it's going to be the upper floor. It means you that does not understand that light mayo doesn't mean pour the entire bottle of mayo. Yeah. That happens. Some people feel the need to just drown that shit in it. If I do a conveyor splitter here. I mean, I could kind of just lift it there. If I just lift it there, that means... straight conveyor comes to here-ish. There, so it doesn't collide with the elevators that we see right now. And then it could turn to here. Without colliding on anything, except these splitters have to be turned around. It's a few kilometers away from your house, but they always mess something up. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Also not very surprising. Okay. So. That one is going to go this way. Yeah. There we go. Wait, hold on. That's still the wrong... Yeah, I rebuilt it the wrong way again. Okay. Should be here. Facing that way. And it should be right there. That. Like that. And like that. That now plugs in here. There's my cables. Okay, so that is the cables sorted out for our automated wiring setup. Now it's going to be a matter of getting the stators to here. Which, if I'm not mistaken, are right down there. Yeah, so the output of that is getting split here. Half goes in here to make motors. Other half, that line there, that's for storage. I'd rather pull off from the storage line. And I'd even dare to say I should only send the overflow to storage. Actually, no, I should prioritize the storage. Because that's a dimensional depot. It's not going to take much to fill it up. I can make those decently fast. That is not... How is that not lining up? There we go. Perfect. Just have to face that way. Stick a splitter right here. You know what? I'll go with a conventional splitter here. That's the wrong way. Wait, what? That's not right at all. What the hell have I just done? Oh, yes. Mistakes. Mistakes have been made. It's that one that has to go down here. Come on, just... back on the floor. There we go. What is that? Okay. That looks like that would settle my line of stators. There you go, they're going up. And then they're going up there. They're all getting thrown in one machine because they're not connected right now, but that tells me that once I get electricity to this thing, it should, in theory, work. There we go. That is now working. So we have automated wiring now. All right. So we have every step. To make the final factory of Phase 3, albeit a pretty complex one. Well, I say pretty complex, not that complex. It's a 4-element build, which goes into a manufacturer. But I'm also pretty exhausted, I'm not gonna lie. And we have a special stream coming up tonight. So usually I'd keep going for longer today. But because I'm streaming again tonight, which is unusual, tonight we're streaming Polaris, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm going to have a couple of my dudes hanging out and blowing shit up with me tonight. So I think this is a good moment to end it, really. I think this is a good time to end it. I'm gonna look for a friend to. I'm just gonna look for a friend to raid. I think that's enough. Don't forget, 6:30. 6:30 Eastern. So that would be 7 hours from now. 7.5 hours from now, I'll be back. And we're going to be streaming Polaris. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But for now, I think that's enough. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one on a bit of a cliffhanger because I'm quite happy with the progress we made. A lot of the machines are working very nicely. Got a nice flow of components going all over the place. We're grabbing stuff from our train. We're advancing research. We got the new blueprint thing. We got the new blueprint maker. I'ma have some fun with that. But for now, I am very much feeling that my brain is not braining at full capacity. Murph is on? Alright, we're gonna go see Murph. Simple enough. Let's go see Murph. Say hi to him for me. And I'll see you tonight. 7.5 hours from now. Remember. Take care. I'll see you soon.